Listening to the sound of the party crashers, breaking that sound with the joy and laughter. In this game, whether we win or we lose, we grind to win, and that's what we choose. It ain't easy, but this is how we do. This is not the sound that you used to. Sit back and relax, join the party with me. Get your drink, get your cup, get tipsy. Nobody does it better. Nobody does it better.
Well, body crashes, we've been waiting for so long. Breaking on you, mamas like turbo and ozone. I'm sipping Henny, girl, fatty girl, would you drink? Money stack in hand, clap, and even something your feet. Head nod back, breaking to the drum and beat. Cause we give the 808 until it puts you to sleep. This isn't funny, double space, cause we're living for today. And tomorrow we go harder when we try the damn flame. Hey, and we hype now. Yeah, we got a couple jumps coming.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this week's edition of He Say.
She said.
This week, we have a show that I think a lot of you guys will be interested in. We're going to be talking about fashion. We got our friends here from London Park. So before we get into that, as always, I want to remind you guys that the show is interactive, so there's no show without you guys. So if you want to, feel free to comment in Facebook Live. And if you feel compelled to, call in at 301-278-1293. Also, if you missed anything tonight's show, it will be on YouTube sometime tomorrow afternoon. So you can go there or to our Facebook fan page to catch up on this or any previous episode. All right, so like we do each week, I'm going to rummage through the news as I put my coffee down somewhere out of sight. Here's what I found interesting in news this week. And you guys, please feel free to chime in, say whatever you like to say. Flash Gordon and the Incredible Hulk actually get into a fight at a Comic-Con autograph signing. So by the Incredible Hulk, you guys remember Lou Ferrigno? Yeah. You know who Lou Ferrigno is, Tiana?
Didn't he have some type of speech impediment?
He was deaf.
Okay.
Yeah, that big MFer. Him and Sam Jones, who played the Flash in the movie, where they were in England and they were having a signing session, and they got into a big dust up, and it was about to be something happen in one of these they have
Comic-Cons.
I don't know what you call it when you're into comics like that, but a young man who's 25 who was dressed up, you know, those people that get into those niches and act real quick. What's it called? Cosplay. Decided to intervene and step in and break it up because the security guard said he did not want any part of it when he tried to get him because those two guys are big. So,
but they're old.
So he still live?
Lou Ferrigno? Yeah. They was about to get into it.
But they're like big and 80.
65. 65.
Close enough. I mean, a 65-year-old, he ain't moving but so fast.
But he's still Lou Ferrigno. You don't know that. He kept himself in shape.
He's been exercising for what?
Forever.
50 years.
Right. So I found that interesting because I don't understand how people still do this. Now, this is, I found very, very, very interesting. And I think you guys might also too. And this is actually to help you with people like Tiana. In the Hamptons, you guys are familiar with Hamptons in New York, right?
Yeah.
Bachelors are getting vasectomies so gold diggers can't trap them. One guy, dude named Scott, a male model, who says he's in his 30s, he kicks off the Hamptons high season this weekend at his Sag Harbor waterfront house. He won't have any reservations with hooking up with women because he had a vasectomy last year without kids. Because last year, these models or whoever go up to the Hamptons, they try to trap wealthy guys. Now he makes about $500,000.
Men get trapped because men are stupid. But the
I didn't get to finish.
Okay. Guy, what's the football player that got like 12 kids? He had a vasectomy.
Cromartie.
Yeah, he just had another baby.
Yeah, but I mean, so
that vasectomy stuff don't work apparently.
You're supposed to wait 3 months. If you don't wait 3 months, there's a test that they do to see whether or not you're shooting blanks. Exactly.
But men are getting trapped by babies because they're careless, not because they don't have vasectomies.
What do you guys feel?
Carry on.
I mean, it sounds like he's not using condoms.
No, he's not.
At all.
He's not.
At all.
You
So
know.
He's not. But okay,
they
so
deserve to get trapped.
hold on.
You ain't protecting your
Hold on.
seed. That's your most prized possession.
Being
You choose not to
careless.
protect it.
Being
I don't have no
being
sympathy for you. I
careless
don't.
does not mean
I
you
have
deserve
lost
to
so
get
much
trapped. Though.
patience with men giving away their seeds, and these women are out here child support babies after child support baby. You have got to, at some point, protect yourself. You've got to. You have to not only protect your penis, you have to protect your money. And men are not.
No. I'm not disagreeing with you.
Oh, okay.
I would never disagree with you on that. But where I disagree is just because you're careless doesn't mean you deserve that, though. You don't deserve
You
that.
get what you pay for.
Shit. All right, so I'm not even gonna read the rest of the story because you ruined that joke for me.
I'm sorry.
But basically, what was happening is a trend in the Hamptons. A lot of these richer guys are getting vasectomies because they're looking at it as an investment. And vasectomy, most of them are covered by insurance companies, and they cost up less than $1,000. And based on certain people's earnings, some of them could be spending up to like $2.5 million between 18 to 21 years on a kid, and they're not willing to do that. But yes, they totally skipped over in this article the option of wearing condoms.
So what's the insurance portion of it? So if it fails,
No, I think I think insurance just pay it, cover it, probably because it won't be more premiums or whatever. I don't know. Birth control. I don't know why they cover, but they cover a majority of it. So be happy to know that. I just want to warn the fellas. There are women out there like Tiana who are looking for a come up.
whatever.
And
Men need to get on birth control.
okay, let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
Not that you're looking for it. Would you take a come up?
No. You know I would. I don't know why you ask me random questions that you probably don't have the answer to.
But I think all women would rather have a successful man.
Exactly, right?
Successful as in what?
Okay, if here these
As in what? I mean, success can be.
most of these guys are
broad.
making about $2 million a year per million that they interviewed in this article, which is too in depth to go into. But they're looking at they actually view this. The doctors who are performing these vasectomies, which is actually a pretty affluent business for them up that end by the Hamptons, are saying they view it as a form of extortion that these women are doing.
Absolutely agree with that.
One guy said, now this is very interesting because this sounds like a story Cameron said. He's a real estate developer in Upper West Side, right? He had sex with a girl, and she offered to dispose of a used condom. But when she was in the bathroom for a while, he got suspicious. He found the woman seated on the toilet and inserting his semen inside her.
That is crazy.
She denied it, but she tried to get herself pregnant, John said. He grabbed a towel and made her clean herself and then shower. After that, he had to be a lot more careful. So therefore, he got the vasectomy because he just bought a $1.5 million estate in the Southamptons. So, damned if you do, damned if you don't, man.
That's crazy.
Lastly, guys, and Wonder Woman. You familiar with the movie that's about to come out, right? Tomorrow, Wonder Woman movie.
Yeah, I seen the trailer.
Okay, so the famous Alamo Drafthouse Cinema in Austin, Texas, is having a women-only viewing,
I heard about this.
and apparently it's causing an uproar. Now, I don't get it
Okay.
because I don't see why guys would be upset about having an all-woman viewing of something like Wonder Woman because she's supposed to be a feminist icon, basically Wonder Woman, right? However, when I was reading some of the comments that they made, I understand, but I don't like to play tit for tat with men and women. I don't think things are equal, and I think we can see why they would do an all-woman one. But the argument they were using is that it would be an uproar if there was an all-male screening, which undoubtedly there would be.
And who's saying this? Well, like,
They were just.
what's the men?
I think they're mostly
Are
angry
they
white
straight?
men.
Right. Yeah,
Are they
that's
straight?
that's my question.
Are they straight?
Mhm.
Yeah.
There's no
if it
way
was
for me to
If
tell.
it was an all men's viewing, I'm pretty sure a lot
Yeah.
of them is not going to be
Not
straight.
gonna go. You're not even
They're
gonna
not
show
gonna be
up
straight.
for all men's viewing anything.
No.
You know what I mean?
No,
So,
but they were attempting to compare, and I just don't like when that happens. I don't like
I
it
think
because
the men who are attempting to compare are gay.
secretly or online.
Probably just
Because this online thing, like I don't like fake
I agree
outrage.
with you.
I agree. I mean, because I just
A
don't
straight
think
man's not going to talk about.
it's not
he doesn't
that
even
serious.
care.
Right?
It isn't. It really isn't. And of all the things to be outraged about, I mean, and you can see where it's coming from. So stop trying to compare. I mean, it's
Where's it coming from?
Where what's coming from?
You see, you can see where it's coming from.
Why they would have an all woman screening? You know, I mean, it doesn't. It shouldn't matter to a man. I don't think so. But I think this is the climate that we're living in, and things are rapidly changing in this country, especially. Let me ask y'all this: do you think things have changed drastically in just a little bit of time that Trump has been president?
Yeah, I do.
Or just stuff is just really bubbled? Because I know some people have been emboldened, and it's just getting like this.
Yeah, I do. I think
This new noose phenomenon that people just put them all over the place.
Yeah, completely open.
Yeah, straight like blunt now.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, hey, I'm racist. I'm cool with it.
I really feel like people did not take into account the symbolism of what your vote means and who you vote for. People try to separate the two all the time, and you can't always do that, especially in this election. And we're starting to see it. We're starting to see a whole lot of that shit. Now, one last thing. This was not one of my things that I originally picked up. You guys heard about Tank performing at the DC Pride event?
Nah, I didn't hear about that.
I heard he was going to perform, but I didn't hear what happened after he performed. This was this past Saturday, right?
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, there was videos of it on Facebook. If you're not on social media, the best I could fill you in, he's performing for a bunch of men, and he had his shirt off, and you know some of them are acting extra and like laying like they're fainting out or whatever. But there was a lot of people commenting on whether or not he should have done that. And
well, he was super excited about going. I remember reading a couple articles or blogs, whatever, and he was hyped. He was ready to perform at it was the Black Gay Pride Parade, right? Not just the gay.
It said DC Pride, and from looking at the video, gay was in it. Yeah, okay. They were there. That's all it was, and it was all men. And I know you're a performer, and if you're in that industry, you're not gonna be shy about being around gay people because it's all over. Yeah, it's littered in the industry, and we're actually gonna. I want to touch on that when we get into the fashion stuff.
To come out the closet.
Why?
I'm just waiting.
What makes you think he's in the closet?
I'm assuming. I've always assumed that he's gay.
Why?
Everything. It's just shit like that. Things that he does. I just don't think.
But I would think, I know nothing about that industry. I think that they probably asked for that, right?
Ask for what?
If you asked for Tank, you probably would put in for him to take his shirt off or something, right? When you're singing.
I don't know. And then he had the whole conversation about his behind and getting licked and all that type of stuff.
Did he?
He's been doing a lot of stuff that I consider to be a bit homosexual. Like they gave him flack last year because he admitted that he liked his butthole licked by his girl.
How does that come up?
He told somebody. I don't know.
In an interview, they just went there.
Actually, it was on Charlemagne. It was on the Breakfast Club because Charlemagne asked him about it, and he said he wasn't gay. In fact, Charlemagne agreed. Was like he doesn't understand why people think it's gay because apparently Charlemagne likes his butt licked too. So.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I think this is a good place to transition. So
after that conversation, I just
okay. So we got London Park here, the guys from London Park, and for those of you who don't know. First, I want to allow you guys to give any social media information you guys have so they can reach you or contact you.
Absolutely. You can follow us on Instagram. That's London Park, LONDEN PARC. We're also on Twitter and Facebook, same spelling, and www.londonpark.com.
Okay, so these guys have been in the fashion industry for what, about 20 years, you said, right?
Yeah.
And so along with talking about their current clothing line, we're going to get a little bit of a history because I got some questions I would like to ask them. Because as we well know, those of us who are, most of our demographic is around my age, probably mostly a little younger, but there has been a major shift in fashion in the last 20 years since you guys have been in it.
Yep.
So first thing I want to talk about is, do you guys make gender neutral clothing? Like this whole romp him thing or rompers. Are you guys gonna get into anything like that?
No. It's just not something we're into. I mean, more power to whoever does it, but it's just not what we want to do.
So can you describe your clothing line then?
It's a designer streetwear brand. So we're like high-end streetwear. Quality. Our motto is quality over quantity.
Mm-hmm.
And then we deal with simplicity. So it's not too gaudy, but nice. So yeah, that's the difference between like we don't consider ourselves urban wear. We kind of did that the past. That's we evolved. So, yeah, that's what it is.
So, talk to me a little bit about the urban wear thing. What happened to that? Because is urban wear finito? I don't see it anymore.
Well,
At least it's for the fit.
First of all, the term urban wear was a cover up for black clothing.
Right.
Right.
So what happened was, if you recall back in the day when FUBU came out,
Right.
why he did so good, because all the designer clothing wouldn't fit our culture. It
Right.
was too tight, which is what's in now. But it's always been in, because high designers has always made fitted clothing.
Right.
Just people of color were too big, as they say, the old phrase, big boned. They couldn't fit the shirt. An extra large was fitting like a medium, and
Right.
a 36 pants fit like a 30 pants.
Right.
So you didn't have the body frame. What has happened is working out has become almost like style now.
Right.
So to be fit now is like part of your image. So people of color have started to switch over and started getting into their bodies.
Right.
Back in the day, we was big.
Mm-hmm.
We was
Some of us
big.
still are.
We big, yeah. And that's why what makes it urban is the fit, simply the fit.
Right.
If it's over a certain size, it's considered urban, because designers don't make over a certain size. That's it. That's all. It's on the scale. That's it. They'll tell you, hey, if you're not our size, you need to come down and fit in our size.
And
That's
everything's based off the European scale, right?
Yeah.
The European
That's what designers
cut.
are. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the European cut. Yeah, I mean, but all designers, if you wear designer fashion, you pretty much have a slim fit body, or you have an athletic fit body, or you're trying too hard. It's too small.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
like.
So back in the day, we didn't have nothing to call our own, so we came out with our own line of clothing, which FUBU was the biggest one to hit on the major scale to
Right.
get people introduced to it. But DC has been doing it for years. Actually, people got it from DC. DC has started urban, because it's always been clothes that's represented where you came from. So you
Right.
came from here, you came from there. This was my attire to represent my area.
Mhm.
But yeah, the urban, I hate the word urban, because it makes you think that the clothes are in a box.
Yeah.
And sadly mistaken,
It-
people of color, if you say urban, people of color won't buy it.
Not now.
They'll think that it's bootleg, cheap, everything bad, nothing good.
I actually think we're a lot better right now.
Well, because we are wearing designer clothing right now.
Well, because we are in an era of We Buy Black. And I think that's kind of where we're going right now. People are really, really into buying clothes that we are making. I think I say this all the time, but I think we're getting better when it comes to Black economics and how we spend our money versus going to the major department stores. I mean, Instagram is blowing up right now. There are so many local young designers out there selling their clothes through Instagram and not going to the major designers. So I think we are in a better place right now as far as Black designing.
Well, it's not that we're in a better place. If you look at the demographic today, they're slimmer. Think about it.
Yeah.
You spoke on the gay thing.
Who's slimmer?
Everybody.
People-
All
And
your
girls, all these big
No.
booties walking around.
no. The thing now is to have a big booty, but it's not to have a big stomach.
That's true.
You want an hourglass body.
Yeah.
That's what every woman's trying to get right now. You look
Do
on
you-
Instagram, that's everything is all about this.
Speaking of that, do you make clothes for women with big bellies?
Um,
Does anybody?
well, it's not so much you make
Ladies
clothes for
tucking
women with
your
big
belly.
bellies. You let the woman to determine with the big belly is the clothes appropriate for her. Because some women with big bellies don't think they have big bellies.
Are they comfortable with
They're
their
comfortable
big
with
bellies?
it. Yeah, when you
Okay,
get
I
that, when you
understand
start
that.
dealing with that, you have to be a little bit. You gotta watch it, because you can't promote that.
But don't
Okay, speak to that, because that goes to the marketing of your brand. So there's
Yeah.
you have to be really. I mean, you and I have talked before, but you have to be really careful as to who and what you try to attract as clientele. Is that correct?
Well, that depends on what are you promoting. Like you asked, it's a good question you asked that, because we're actually having a new line we're promoting this year,
Mhm.
which is our women's line. We call it Queen, but it happens to be an athletic line, a designer fit athletic line. So it caters to all kind of women, because nowadays women wants to be slimmer. It's in style. If you watch Instagram, every woman is working out. Her picture is of her. She's happy about her body, or she's promoting this. I'm trying to get slim tea. I'm trying to get slim. Every big woman is trying to get small. Every big dude is trying to look small. Nobody's trying to look big anymore. Big is not in. Unless it's on a woman, big butt is in.
Some comments.
Yeah, big butt is in. Big breast is in. But just being big.
I don't know. I think what's in is the small waist and the big butt, because there's a lot of 400-pound women walking around.
I don't know if that was ever out.
The big butt.
I don't know if that was ever out.
Weights?
No, what you're saying, small waist and big butt. I think that was always they always had their time.
Black women have always been the image, you know, and now white women are trying to pay to get that body.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
that body, yes.
Yes. Okay, so like I say this all the time. You know, I live in Montgomery County, so we get all types. The demographic is quite diverse, and in the gym or the gyms I belong to, white women that work out only work out their lower bodies. Like they do cardio and they do squats, lunges, stairmaster, all just to get an ass. Like they don't do anything up top.
I know. Yeah. So.
Okay, we're back. And we're sitting here with London Park, and we were talking about before we went to break, and we apologize for those of you who we lost during the break or whatever, but we are back now. We're talking about what London Park had to do and how they had to resize everything. We got stuck on the belly part, which a lot of us guys do get stuck on. And you said you had to recut the shirts or get the shirts to tighten the chest.
What I was saying was we wanted to design a shirt. That's why we call it designer streetwear.
Right.
Because it's everyday wear with a designer fit. So it's like women, y'all trying to make sure all of the important parts you're trying to show, it fits right. And the parts that you have a complex about, it still fits right. So that's why we came out. And with designer shirts, they always fit tight everywhere for men. And
but women too, because I've had t-shirts where I have to pull at the waist.
But y'all, you know,
but women, y'all will put on another shirt under that and pull it under that shirt to cover up that shirt. Yeah, but men, we just wanted to lay right. We won't wear that shirt if it's showing what I don't want to show.
Hey, no
and
bullshit.
Most problem with a man is his stomach. A stomach for a man is the first sign of getting old. Gray hair and a big stomach is the first two signs that saying, "Hey, I'm over the hill. I'm done." You ain't got a stomach and no gray hair. You still looking
and the
youthful.
stomach will ruin a good outfit on a man.
Yes, it will.
You know what I mean? A good suit, a good.
Well, men, we like to show our belts. Belts and shoes is a big accessory for a man. Okay. So a man is not gonna really wear a shirt too much out of his pants because most men want their belt to show because it matches their shoes. So you're not gonna tuck your shirt in if it's your stomach is allowing it to make the shirt, make it look bigger.
And
so
in order for that to look good, you have to get a custom shirt made.
Yeah, custom shirt made.
You know, a tailored suit.
Right.
You know, and then that way.
And that looks completely different.
Right.
Yeah.
No, what about the pants? Have you ever?
What are you about to ask? Okay, what about the pants?
We can go all over the place.
Yeah, you sure can.
You know what I mean with the men's pants. Okay, where I was gonna start was the sagging and the hanging of the pants. That's where I was gonna start.
Yeah.
Have you seen any young guys wearing your clothes with their pants sagging and it's just destroyed the look in your mind? I think I would. I think if I was a designer, I saw my.
Oh, a person. If we have or if we
have you?
I haven't.
No, I haven't. Yeah.
So grown.
Yeah,
people typically
go back to what you're saying with demographic. Most of our clientele are mature.
Okay.
You know,
even if they're young.
Even if they're young, they're mature, classy.
Okay.
You know, they got themselves together.
Okay.
We've been blessed to pull those kind of people.
Okay.
You know, not saying that, you know,
anybody's better than,
but we've been, you know, we lucky.
Okay.
Well, I think that speaks a lot to the quality of your product. Number one, number two, I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name again.
Earl.
Mm-hmm. What he said earlier about the simplicity, and because I don't like too much.
Right.
Well, let me take that back. I will wear something. It could be a whole lot or simple. I don't do the in between, and I do like the quality. The quality means a whole lot. And some of the stuff I see these young people wearing.
And then also,
let me take that back. That's make me sound old when I say that.
that also goes back to when you said urban wear too. So
Right.
urban wear has always been, we have to stamp it real big everywhere to let you know that, hey, I have this on. Look
Right.
at me.
Yeah.
You know, and high class designers always gave you this little dot.
Right.
And
Just-
that dot looks bigger than the whole big design.
It's as simple as this. Like I work in an office space, right? So if you give me a shirt with a little dot, with a polo or whatever, I can wear that on Friday. Or if there's a polo with a little dot, I can wear that Monday through Thursday, right?
Right.
But if it make it too gaudy, I can't ever wear that to the office.
It's a one-time fit.
Yeah, it's only for when I'm doing
Yeah.
weekend or whatever stuff. So
And that's what we take that into consideration. That's
Right.
how we design our clothes. We want you to be able to look at our clothes 5 years down the road and say, hey, you can put that shirt on you bought 5 years ago and somebody thought you just bought it yesterday.
right.
It's never going out of style. Simplicity, less is more. It's never going to go anywhere. That's just how
That's
the world
pretty
is.
much the model of,
Yeah.
because when you look at I'm into the expensive suits because I can't afford them, and when I look at people, they're just so basic and classic looking, and obviously they're usually modeled by someone who's lean, and so you get the angular lines and all that type of stuff. But it's
because you got to remember, you trying to show.
even Steve Harvey don't wear his own goddamn suits no more.
How-
Them guys used to, he's like a
Okay,
clown.
you
in them
think
joints.
about
Oh.
when Steve Harvey first came out, he
Mhm.
went urban suits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were loose, big
old
bell bottoms.
jackets.
Now his
Jeans.
suits is tailored fit to his body. He has a
Mhm.
European athletic cut on his suit
Right.
because he's actually a big guy,
He is a big dude.
but he looks small because the cut. They
Right.
cut his body into a V cut.
Right.
They give him a V cut.
It's an illusion.
Yeah,
Like
it's
you
an
said,
illusion.
When you cut it in the V, it's an illusion.
It's an illusion.
So do you think that sometimes we are forced into designs or forced into trends? Because I think a lot of stuff that I see I don't like, but you don't have no choice but to buy it because that's all that's in the stores. Like
Well,
I had
I mean, that's just like the radio.
yeah.
You hear a song on the radio and you don't like it, and then you hear it 20 more times and you start singing it.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
it's the same thing. I mean, you keep saying something enough, eventually you're gonna like it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you might start liking rompers.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, all it's gonna take though for a lot of them girls who made a joke about it is
No.
the right
It's
dude
not
to
gonna
wear it.
Or the right company.
Yeah.
If Gucci came out with a romper tomorrow and the
Uh-huh.
romper was $1,100, $1,200, everybody and their mama gonna buy that joint
Just
Just-
because it's $1,200.
just because it's $1,200. And you know when she walked out there with that romper on, she got a $1,200 romper.
It's funny because I've been places where women can tell you the price of something from afar. Usually a bag though.
Yeah.
Usually a bag because I don't know shit about anything else. So they'll be like, "Oh, that bag she got right there costs $10,000." I'm like, "You mean that black bag with 2 big gold loops on it?" Like, yeah, that's a Michael Kors or that's a Marc
Yeah.
Jacobs. And I'm like, Jesus Christ.
But man, we do the same thing. We do the same thing.
Right.
Dude, if I talked about your shirt right now, man, that's an ugly shirt.
Mhm.
Your only response would be, man, this shirt cost me $500.
Or 5.
It doesn't change the fact that I still think it's ugly.
Yeah.
Your defense is, man, it's a $500 shirt.
Right.
So just because it's a $500 shirt makes it look good.
So is
I
it
don't understand it.
is
You're
it
right.
the label or is it the dollar amount?
It depends on the person that's wearing it.
Okay.
Because the high fashion does have quality fabric. So if you look at the fabric, the price does sometimes reflect the brand. So you can see why that piece was $500. But the average person, not gonna say the average person, some people wearing it don't even know that fabric. They just know it was $500. So you got that guy that wears it because it's $500. You got that guy say, "Hey man, I know this joint's gonna last me." Now I see why they charge $500 for it.
It's interesting that you say that. Okay, years and years and years ago, golly, almost probably about, not quite about the time when you guys first got into the industry, maybe about 15 years ago, I read this book called The Magic of Thinking Big, right? And in the book, they were saying that you cannot afford to go cheap in life at all, right? So you know, the same saying about like you get what you pay for, but the example they were using at that time, they used clothes, right? So at the time, this is gonna date me a little bit. I don't know if people still do it. I used to buy Old Navy jeans, right? And I used to buy them every year. And the goddamn Old Navy jeans used to rip at the crotch every year. Now, ladies, you can wonder why it rips at the crotch. But it used to rip at the crotch, so I had to keep replacing them. So finally, after reading that book, I decided I was gonna spend more money on more expensive jeans. And I probably haven't had to replace jeans that I bought from that time until recently, you know, when my waistline actually changed a little bit. So if you do buy, so what you're talking about, the quality of a product, if you take care of it with the basic care, it will last.
Mm-hmm.
So eventually you will. Because I was repeating getting those jeans yearly.
Well, I have to respond on that
Okay.
because you're talking about denim. See, in the fashion world, denim is a whole different world.
Okay.
See, denim is different.
Explain that to me, sir.
Denim is like wine.
I'm drinking a little bit.
The older it is,
Uh-huh.
the better it is.
Really?
So denim, expensive denim is aged denim.
Okay.
That's what makes denim so expensive.
Like Levi's has
Well,
always had that concept.
Well, what people don't know about Levi's is they're the number one oldest factory of denim jean making in the world. Nobody's bigger than Levi.
Okay.
Nobody. They the biggest. So, but the problem is denim. So it's like leather. That's what makes leather so great. Is the age.
Mhm.
When something is aged, it's been proven that it can stand all the climate, beat up everything. That's what make denim. That's what make denim so expensive. That's why denim is so hard.
Okay.
It's so hard to do.
And
So
it depends on the quality.
On the
well, I was
quality,
about to ask
yeah,
that. So
it
the
depends on the
denim is ripping, then it means
It was new. It was young.
I mean, I
Mhm.
done had jeans that didn't bust through the thighs, and I know all women that had pants that busted thighs.
But,
But then you may buy a ripped up pair of jeans already ripped up by a high line company, and they're not going to rip no more than that rip.
That's true.
You see what I'm
Or they'll
saying?
start to look better.
It start to look better.
But yeah, it depends on the quality.
It's on the quality.
You know,
Yeah.
'cause if you buy cheap, just like buying cheap leather or pleather, it won't last as long. If you get a good leather, you can tell good leather.
Yeah.
But like, golly, so that explains so much. It's because some of the prices I see on jeans, I just can't. I
But
can't
think
see
about it. I
myself
tell
buying
people
one
this.
pair.
I had this argument a lot of times. I like expensive jeans.
Yeah.
I had this argument, and I used to buy cheap jeans. I used to buy cheap jeans.
Mhm.
And I noticed the amount of prices I spent on all those cheap jeans. I could have bought one pair of expensive
That's
jeans.
what I came to.
and made up for it. So I said, okay, if I couldn't afford this expensive, I'm gonna take my time, get this one pair, take my time, get another pair. Eventually, I have a stack of expensive jeans up here,
Mhm.
and then I have just as much as I had with the cheap jeans, and
Okay.
they'll last me forever.
I slightly disagree with that only because I think at home right now, I think I probably have a stack of probably about 25 pair of jeans that I counted that I've had over the years.
How many pairs of asses you got? Why
That
you
I've
got
had
25?
over the years. And when I gained weight and then I lost weight, so I was able to get back in those jeans. But when I tried to get back in those jeans, the cut was completely different. Like,
Well,
the
because you
cut
bought
was different.
25 different pair of jeans.
Well, all the cuts from back then were cut different. Like now, when women buy jeans, it fits our behind. We weren't
Before
getting
they-
curvy
yeah.
jeans back
No,
then.
you're absolutely right.
We had
But you just said it. You just said the magic word. Butts are in now.
butts
so,
been in. It's just that we was flattening our behind.
Not with them though.
No,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
For them, it
I'm
just
talking
got
about
like
us.
First, it goes with.
Thank
yeah.
you.
When they came out, yeah,
We
but
could
that was the
fit
first
those
one.
jeans,
But
'cause
they
were stretched.
made that jean
They
for
made
you.
stretch.
Think about how Jordache fit. They
Yeah.
didn't fit your ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think once they started
So
to
now
add elastic
the
in
high
jeans,
that high line designer now is thinking about your big old butt now when he designs that $300, $400 pair of jeans because butt is in. He has to.
yeah,
He has to cater to that.
yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, I mean Levi's even catering to
They
the
do
butt
because
now.
I got a curvy
Levi
pair
never
of
gave
jeans
you a
from
fitted
Levi.
jean back. They even
I
got
agree.
stretch jeans now.
Maybe
I
now
agree.
this is kind of this is along the topic of what we're talking about. This is kind of off the topic of London Park. Can somebody help me find a pair of jeans that I can fit in? It seems like they're all so goddamn skinny, man.
Well, you buying skinny jeans or you buying skinny?
No, I don't want. I don't
We're
want.
forcing you to buy skinny jeans.
I'm trying. I just want something that fit. I don't want them to be super baggy like back in the day. But like again, I don't want anything hugging my
If
legs.
you don't mind me asking, what brand of jeans are you buying?
I ain't buying nothing because every time I go into the store to try to try them, try them on or whatever.
Is it
They
a
don't
money
fit.
thing with you?
At some point, yeah.
Well, then that limits your size.
I mean, if you tell me one that's gonna fit,
Okay,
a black-
I wear G-Star jeans.
Oh, okay, I got a couple pair of them.
G-Star jeans, they give it to you,
About 200 though.
but it's worth it.
Yeah. I got a couple pair of them.
Got it. There has to be a pair of jeans
That's not- I
under
mean,
$60
but it's
that a
far-
man
They're
would wear.
$25 jeans.
Yeah, but
But-
I'm talking about that fit. Like, so for example, I bought many a pair of jeans online and sent them back. I mean, I sent them all back.
Mm-hmm.
And you read the description, like, okay, yeah, I think this is gonna be about what I don't want anything hugging. My feet are kind of big, right? So I don't want anything hugging me at my ankles
Yeah.
to pronounce that. I'm like, Jesus, I can't get two things that go together. You know, either if the
Yeah.
waist fit nice and it's not tight around here, you know, or some other shit.
I
So-
would say that a lot of the nice looking styles, you look at the tag and it say skinny.
Yeah.
Because you get tricked. And like,
So what's the difference between skinny and slim fit?
A straight leg.
Oh, yeah. Skinny is super tight.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
what you
And
see.
slim fit is used to be what we used to call straight leg. And we used to call straight leg jeans
Yeah.
back in the day. That's what the slim fit is now.
So with straight, there's no such thing as straight leg.
Straight leg now
anymore?
is like a bell bottom jean now.
Oh wow.
Yeah. You buy a straight leg jean now, the bottom is wide.
No.
Not
Yeah,
super
I know.
wide.
Yeah,
Like,
but
almost
put on
like
top of a boot.
what used to be boot cut.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
God, man.
So,
Damn,
so
so that
the
was
new
boot
straight
cut.
leg is slim fit.
Okay.
Ours
All
haven't
right.
changed. We still have boot cut jeans. We still have straight leg jeans. Yeah.
So don't you feel sorry for us?
I've always felt sorry for men, starting at little boys. It's even hard to find little boys' clothes. You know, you can go to any department store, any store under the sun and get a girl's outfit. Boys, I think it's always been a struggle for you. I think your clothes cost more.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And I think it's harder to find.
And we always get the little section in the corner,
Yes.
you know.
I agree.
So something I want to touch on. You guys do. First of all, you have a pop-up shop coming up this weekend. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, and let people know where that is if they want to.
That's at Dirty Martinis on 18th Street, Northwest DC. It's actually calling it a pop-up shop brunch takeover. We're doing it with a company called Kitchen Cray. We actually introducing our new women's line
Okay.
called Queen by London Park. So we're going to be doing some free giveaways and showing a sneak peek of what's to come for the women's line, along with some pieces that we already make for viewing and selling.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what we're doing this Sunday.
A while ago, Tiana touched on something, and I didn't jump on it then because I had some other crazy thoughts in my head. However, if you look at the stocks like S&P, all the retail stores are suffering. Like right now, it's a bull market, so everything else is doing well. But retail, like Macy's,
They're
Nordstrom,
going out of business.
yeah, all of them are being driven up because of
Macy's.
online
Well,
stuff.
they're not going out of business.
Kohl's bought them.
They're making more money online.
Online, right? So
Mm-hmm.
because you guys don't necessarily have a brick and mortar shop,
Mhm.
is that you find that more advantageous that you don't have one? Because everything is online now, right?
Yeah, we used to have a store. That's what we came from that era where you had to have a store. Now the era is the new thing now is pop-up shops.
Mhm.
People now are
It
saying, hey
is.
man, I can give you a boutique, a full-fledged boutique
Mhm.
from this time to this time. I can give you everything that the store offering for 4 hours. You can get everything that I sell.
Mhm.
And I'm gone.
And you can do that from state to state.
I can take you, I can take it anywhere I want to take it. That's genius to me.
Yeah.
Back in the day, we had stores, we had to worry about inventory,
Mhm.
theft, bills, overhead.
And you gotta be there.
Yeah, and you gotta
Somebody
be there.
gotta be there.
Mhm.
Okay.
From open to close.
Now I can be everywhere. I can bring it to you.
Right.
Somebody in Atlanta ain't gonna come all the way to DC to my store
Right.
unless they just happen to be in DC. But I can go down to Atlanta and do a pop-up shop in their famous location, and for that amount of time, they can buy everything they've been trying to get from me. They can get it from me in that amount of time. I love it. I actually like the way it is today.
You prefer it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. We came from the era of
Yeah.
stores. We had a store. Like I said, we had it. We spent money, overhead, bills. Man, now I can put something up and 5-10 million people can see it in 7 minutes. We came from we had to pass out flyers to try to get you
To come to the store.
Yeah,
So
there's no way in the world you can't pass out 10
What's
million
your
flyers.
shipping time? If I order something today, how soon will I get it?
We asked you to allow us 7 to 14 days.
Okay. Okay.
Most of the time you'll get it before then.
Okay.
But that just gives us a window, to make sure you get it.
Okay, so I got an interesting question. So, what is the difference between international fashion and USA fashion? Is there any difference? Because it seems like now there's it's more of a blurred line. There used to be a difference. But I feel like Europe is really just taking over. Like in general, I mean, European style is taking over everywhere.
It always did. I mean, that question is kind of hard to answer because most people in the U.S. are wearing international clothes.
Right.
Everything here is everything wears international. I mean, there ain't too many U.S. brands. Everything we wear and use is from another country.
As far as,
Wait, the designer or that is made from another country?
Or pretty much, most likely, it came from overseas.
Okay.
It may be represented by U.S. person. No, or he may made it here. But like you said, just like you just said before with the beauty supply, it's going to be too high.
Yeah.
like G-Star denim, what you were talking about. That's definitely, because when I first heard about it, it was like maybe like 6-7 years ago when I first got turned on to it. It was primarily Europe then.
Yeah,
and I
they
see
went to
more and
California.
more. I see more and more of it over here, and I like a lot of that stuff. But it's I don't want to drop that on all the stuff out. Because I don't even. When I used to go out a lot, I would definitely put that joint out because people got to see.
You get older, man. You watch a dollar a little bit.
Yeah.
But when you got it, you're gonna spend it.
Exactly.
So that's why G Stars has the demographic they have. They know who their market is.
Right.
Not saying everybody probably love to have a pair of G Star jeans. But,
I've never heard of them.
They're like, hey man, I mean, it ain't just
do they
G-Star.
make female stuff?
I don't know. I never really seen female stuff.
Yeah, so that's probably why you haven't heard of them. But they got some nice stuff. Nice. I mean, it's trend. I've always been into European stuff though. So like, probably because I go to Jamaica and Europe every now and again. So that's why I'm more of a Puma person than Nike.
Yeah, Puma is European.
And
in Europe, Puma is like Gucci.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's top notch.
Yeah,
but some U.S. people think it's the bottom of the barrel. I'm like, no, what they selling you here? They gave you something that you can afford here.
Not to mention Puma they have the regular stuff and then they have a separate fashion line.
They do.
Yeah.
Rihanna's
so,
on it right now.
Yeah.
You got $500, $900 pair of Pumas and stuff.
Wasn't Iguzu Puma or one of them?
Yeah, Iguzu, yeah. But all the top designers collab with Puma.
Yeah.
Alexander McQueen makes a thing with Puma. Man, I mean, Puma's.
With Converse as well, too, right? McQueen, right? Doesn't he?
Yeah. Converse, yeah, he does with everybody. Remember, he did it with Barbados. Remember that Barbados?
Barbados, yeah. So, you guys have been, so apparently, you apparently really, really, really know your stuff. So, you've had to study the industry, is that correct?
Yeah.
Now, you told me, I think you told me this, that you've been to like hundreds of fashion shows or something like that in order to get to know your product.
Right.
So is that how you said? What you said? Trade shows. Yeah.
Trade shows.
And what are those like? What are those about? Is it where you guys compare information?
I'll put it like this: any product that's probably sold in the U.S., it has its own type of trade show.
Okay.
That'll be like where all of the people that's doing what you're doing coming together under one building and introducing what they have. So like buyers, sellers, people into anything with fashion, models, anything dealing with fashion, any type of thing dealing with anything anything. If you're in the fashion world, period, you want to go to trade shows,
okay,
or try to get into them because that gives you an avenue of selling get more people to see your product.
Are they easy to get into, or do you have to have some type of name first?
Yeah, you got to be established. Yeah. They want to see that because you got to remember you in there with the big boys.
Is there a certain amount of units they want you to have sold, or?
Yep. Yeah, you have to give them. You got to give them a financial sheet. They got to see that your business been in business for a certain amount of years. Your sales, who you sell to, where you sell at.
So you have all your information as far as your demographic, then.
Yeah.
So what is your demographic?
Well, what's good about our brand? I was telling my partner, we're great because we was able to build a demographic from my son is 15,
right,
and loves our product,
right,
and then I have somebody that's 75,
right,
loves our product. So I got 15 to 75, love everything we make.
Right.
Now I know them two people won't probably be in the same room together, but
yeah,
look at the market. That's hard. What brand can attract a 15-year-old, and he looking at it like, man, it's hot, and then a 65 or 70-year-old saying, hey, man, it's hot. That's impressive.
That's like polo or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. But then again, not to compare you to polo, but where I can see a comparison is the simplicity, right? And the quality is because I mean, if you're wearing something gaudy and a 75-year-old has it on, we know that his grandkids bought him that.
Oh, he just
and he just threw it off.
He
just came home.
Yeah, and somebody tried it. So like, when you can wear something for all types of seasons, that's a good look as well. So I want to talk about this, and I wonder if you guys have any any issues with this? The sexual identity in fashion, meaning the way people wear your clothes, the way things are. You got new classifications that I'm not even up on, and I don't want to disparage any of them by mispronouncing them. But how does that intermingle, or does it?
Well, I mean, we can't tell somebody how to wear our
product, right?
You know? But I don't, you know, I mean, once they
Buy
you don't care, right?
yeah.
Like,
But is there?
The only thing we can do is how we present our ads gives you an idea how we would like for you to wear it. That's
And
why
also try to draw in
yeah.
who you want to draw in.
Yeah, because
right?
people go by what they see. When you walk into a store, you look at a mannequin, and you say, "Hey, man, I like how she did that," or how that mannequin wearing it, but I'm gonna do mine a little bit different. So we just give you an idea based on how we would like to see a person wear our clothes. But yeah, like they like you said, we can't determine, you know, how you wear it. You know.
And once something gets hot enough or big enough or whatever,
yeah, you can't stop it.
You can't stop it. So there's no worry about being associated with a certain type of group.
Oh no.
Like you said, it's how we market.
It's how we market,
right?
Yeah.
So the way we market it is how you perceive it.
Okay. So another question: being from the DC area, some people don't believe there's a DMV. Let's say DMV. Is there competition amongst local clothing lines?
Back in the day, I would say yes. Now, no.
Is it because everything went E?
Yeah, because DC was a uniform city, meaning what she did, everybody else did, and that got old. And no, like you said, we had to change with the times. A lot of the older brands didn't change with the times.
Right.
That's where they got stuck at.
Right.
So yeah, that's why the competition went down, because the fact how people wearing fashion changed.
They haven't reinvented themselves like you had to go back to the drawing board.
Yes.
Yeah,
totally right. That's the total.
But not to say that they didn't find their market. They found their market and stuck with their market.
With their market. Yeah.
So,
yeah. And it may come back. Fashion does a circle.
Yeah.
It may come back. Yeah.
Now, have you guys? It's a silly question. Have you thought about making any alliances or allegiances with local artists or whatever to expand your brand? You know, if somebody sees somebody, have you had any communication with people doing that?
Yeah.
Have you had local artists ask you for some clothes and ask you?
We had all kind of artists ask us for some clothes.
Yeah.
I bet.
We actually, you know, we went down that road of, you know, dealing with a lot of different artists and a lot of different people, and then it just got overwhelming. We just had, we was like, you know what, let's stop, pick a few, stick with that, you know.
Overwhelming
Like
in
a
what
brand
way? Just too many
ambassador.
people coming in, or
Like I said, a lot of people coming at us and, you know, wanting to wear the clothes, wanting to do this and do that, and
for free?
it got to be too much. Whether, you know, a lot of times it may be for something, may not be monetary, you know,
Right.
It might be money, but could be for something else.
You know, as far as marketing purposes, that's the trade-off they go, whatever.
Yeah, we get that a lot.
You get that? It sounds like you done with it, Ed.
I was gonna say something. But
No, go ahead, say it.
I was gonna say black folks. I mean, honestly, do you find that you have a lot of people that's always asking, you know?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a lot, and then it's
Because
fine.
they know you otherwise, right?
And then, but the thing is just that. Don't get me wrong. I don't mind scratching your back if you scratch mine, but if I scratch yours, you got to scratch mine. So just keep your word. That's the problem. Is you sell me, you tell me you know you're gonna do something. I expect for you to do it.
We had a guest a couple weeks ago who's starting his own chicken business. And he said one of the biggest issues is people keep asking for chicken and don't want to pay for it. You know what I mean? I'm like, is that what we're constantly doing? We're constantly looking for handouts. Rather than
For those of
support.
you who are watching, and if you're black, Stop doing that shit. Just stop it. After a while, some of y'all are too old to be asking for hookups.
I agree.
And one thing I've
agree.
learned, if people want to give you a hookup, you don't have to ask.
Well, I ain't
They'll
gonna
give you
say
a
hookups. You said you like to buy black.
Mm-hmm.
Well, pay my price.
Right.
Pay my price.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I read an article saying the other day, it says if you know your worth, you won't give out discounts.
Right.
So we know our worth.
Right.
So pay it.
So is that what we're doing to each other? We're always trying to discount each other.
Yeah,
We're
because
always hustling and
I hate to say it because some people
bargaining.
think, like I said before, we of color are not capable of making something that stands up to the other guy because you think because we're this color, it's not going to be that quality.
Mm-hmm.
If we're not representing it and put both of them next together, you will never even argue that fact. Not saying you per se, but once they see that it's represented by their own, they automatically find 15 things wrong with it.
I agree.
Wrong with it. They'll tell you in a minute, it just ain't right.
And just it should go without saying. You're not asking the white person for that.
That's true.
No, because you think that it's right.
You think it's better.
It's the same. It's the same. I'm gonna make a poor analogy, but I'm still tempted to make it. Like I let somebody borrow some money, right? One time, with no interest, and they started and they agreed to pay at a certain time, and then they started giving me all these excuses. 6-7 months past the date. And finally, with the last sob story they gave me, I said, tell that to the bank that you did not ask for the loan.
I was going to say that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like you didn't
tell the bank.
You didn't. What would you tell the bank? You haven't made any like real attempt to pay. Like you could have said we could split this up in fours, or so it was a sizable amount. But eventually, I did get my money. But it was by that time. If it was interest, it took me 2 years to get my money in full. So if it was interest, I'd have been.
They
had your money plus.
About our people. We have great products.
Yeah.
But we always dummy down. We like, man, I ain't buying that. I ain't buying that. No, I ain't buying that. Such and such made that. I ain't buying that.
What do you care? I really do. I got to the point where I don't care whose label I'm rocking because I'm not a model for anybody. That's why sometimes I don't want, or a lot of times I don't want a big label on my shirt. You can put some writing on my shirt. You can put a design on my shirt, but a big label, they're not paying me enough to like. I remember I have some. My father was he wasn't into paying for clothes, right? So I had those traumatic experiences when people, you go to school, you see some new shoes because the pants might be hanging over it, and they lift them up. Like, what type of these? They look like the whatever. I can tell you this one. So this is gonna date me too, but I had these wicked gray and blue Stadias, but they look just like the gray and blue Hoya Nikes. Okay. And everybody thought they was the Nikes until they lift up and saw the Stadias. I think Stadias was sold at Kmart. I don't know where they were. Yeah. I was like, oh shit. Or back in the day, you wear a shirt and they gonna pull the back and try to find a tag. I was like, look, man. Yeah. So I don't. I'm not into that shit no more. And I wish somebody would do that to a grown man. Yeah. So I tell them off, but.
Oh yeah.
I think this is where we're gonna get off point. Before we end the show, though, I want you guys to give your information again, so everybody can and let people know where you're gonna be the next couple of weeks if you're gonna have pop-up shops around here or anything like that.
Yeah. So again, follow us on Instagram. That's London Park, LONDENPARC. Twitter and Facebook, same name. Website www.londonpark.com. This Sunday we will be at Dirty Martini. That's on Connecticut Avenue. Us and Kitchen Cray, come out, get your brunch on. We got some free giveaways. It's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be lit. After that, we doing something that possibly barcode, and then we got a pop-up shop coming. And what's that?
Yeah, hopefully probably the day before Father's Day.
Okay, so
that will be probably in Pentagon City.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but if they follow us on Instagram, you will see it. You'll stay.
Yeah, you'll get all the information.
Now online, they can see your whole clothing line, right? They can see everything.
Instagram.
On Instagram.
Yeah.
Right.
Websites.
We're gonna have a relaunch.
Yeah, relaunch of the website.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of nowadays people are like I said, they instant, so they want to see it right now. So Instagram is really like our biggest feed right now to see the latest and greatest.
Oh.
And then you can also email us. If you see something on Instagram that you like, you can. We always say it when we put it up. You can email us at londonparkgmail.com.
Okay.
And anything you want, you can just direct message us and tell us, hey, I like this. This is still available. We'll get right back with you. Like we answer our DMs ASAP. A lot of our sales come through direct messaging. So you can catch us on DM on Instagram or just email us.
Okay.
Yeah, so either way.
Lastly, before I end the show, I have one quick social commentary I want to discuss. Something was brought to my attention actually just before I left work today to come here. There is actually possibly going to be a Real Side Chicks of Charlotte show. It's currently shooting, and producers are in the talks with a few different networks. And I have to say, when is this shit
You know
going
what?
to stop?
Every time the most ratchet show came up, people got those petitions and they got canceled. Remember the baby daddy that had like 15, 16 kids, the rapper?
Oh yeah.
They
yeah,
wrote
yeah.
they
Oh, they
petitioned
did that.
They
Well,
petitioned
people
that.
need to
Shorty
do
Low,
this.
right? That died.
Yeah, they
Was it-
petitioned
That's
that.
Shorty Low that died.
They
yeah.
petitioned the sorority girls when they were doing all of the fighting. They petitioned that. That came off of television.
But
so
they didn't
they
petition
may
this.
not make it.
Well, they already
know because those two shows you talking about, they still got shows like that on TV. My daughter watches some show called the Bad Girls Club, and I happen to see it.
Oh wait,
It's been on for like
watches it?
20 years.
I happen to see
Oh.
a clip
She
just
watches
walking
it
in her
in
her
room,
room. No,
and
no.
that's a bunch of fighting.
It's
And
horrible.
ratchets.
It's
All
horrible.
the shows like that now.
What? This is like
but this is
No,
this is the king of ratchets.
it is. It is.
I'm like, who put this on?
The
Who put
saving
this on?
grace is not just. It's the majority of them that's up there
you talking about
fighting.
non-blacks, right?
Yeah.
But this is the thing, right? They're gonna have a show that depicts the good, the bad, and the ugly of situations of being a certified side chick.
I'm not going. Oh my god.
Now again, this isn't just blacks though.
But hold on.
The picture that they have, you go online.
Look at the way the world is going right now.
That's
the way the world's
why
going right
that's why I felt like I had to say something about it.
Side chicks are actually owning their title.
Because men are
But-
allowing them to.
But this is the problem. Normally in life we don't go backwards. So if this was just gonna be a fad or whatever, I'd be fine. But if you have kids coming up, young ladies 13, 12, and they say that was my whole objection to Kim Kardashian, the Kardashians. So do what you want to do, but you're gonna have girls who think they can make a good life by doing these things. You got to realize you got to be a certain type of person though. It's like basketball. We can identify that talent early. Like, you know, you look
Right.
that good, you got a certain way, you might have to be exotic. We can pull you to the front. You might can have that life, but the rest of y'all gonna tear your lives down trying to live that life.
But you know what's sad, man?
Mhm.
A lot of side chicks are living better than the wife.
I know.
Yep.
I know,
I-
because they
I
gotta
hate
keep
to
that
say it.
secret. You gotta
I
keep
had
that
to say
secret.
it. I hate to say it, but it's true.
But see, but
When they can make a show, that means that the ratio of side chicks is so high
and I
that
think
they can make a show.
I think if a girl is openly willing in some cases to be a side chick, you got to have something more than just, you know.
You say what now?
Like the ones on this show are probably getting paid. So the dude might have some bread in order to keep her a
All
side
of them
chick.
getting paid. It may not be in the form of money,
Yeah, they
You know,
gotta get. So it's
but yeah, they get
this
paid.
is. I'm actually sad. That's why I want to
But
say
you gotta
something
remember,
about
you
this.
gotta
Jack.
remember too, we in a world where there is a male shortage. Well, people want to not believe it or not,
I don't believe it.
and a lot of women say, "Hey," a lot of women say, "Hey,
Some,
man."
hey,
Most of
you
the
know
good
what-
men
you
are
know-
married.
you know what the saddest part about
Or
what I see
they're-
with a lot of women? They're operating off the principle: if I can't beat them, join them. In a lot of ways.
I ain't sharing shit.
Well, you
You-
might not know you
That's
sharing.
I'm about to say,
Okay, there's one thing to
Long
knowing.
as, long as
these
you're happy, you
girls,
don't know you sharing.
In order to be a side chick, these wives,
That's true.
that's true. In order for these women to be side chicks, these wives have to know.
No, they don't. That's why they call.
well, okay, so if beginning of the show, when I'm talking about those guys getting a vasectomy in Hampton, there was one guy who a girl tried to trick him. A Russian model last summer tried to say that he got a vasectomy after that, and he told his wife why he was getting a vasectomy. So she knew, and I guess she's with him because she lives a good life.
Not only I think women in general are just I don't know what's happening right now, but I think that women are starting to give in, to
Settle.
settle, give in.
They don't have a
Mhm.
choice.
Overlook.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So a lot of these women are choosing to be wives and allowing their husbands to have side chicks or have side girlfriends. I just think that the whole marriage thing has just been so convoluted with so
I
much
don't-
shit right now.
I don't think it's that different from years and years and years past. But I do know this: women always set the pace. So when it becomes open, it's about to be open season. Because ain't nothing new,
Yeah.
but now it's going to be rampant.
Now the pressure is actually on you women.
It used to be taboo. It used to be like people not ashamed of shit anymore. People have no
Well, social
shame.
media changed a lot. Because
People
I
have
tell
no
you one
shame.
thing.
People
I
just
tell-
do
I tell
whatever they
you what,
want to do.
the
The
days-
reality shows are showing you this
Yes.
every day. Hey, I'm the side chick. I'm making money being a side chick. This guy pays me. He telling the wife, she telling the wife, I'm doing what you ain't doing.
Notoriously in the NBA, they said that's the underground economy.
So what?
All them guys
What is
got
so
girls in
special
different
with
cities.
having a side chick? Like what? Why?
I just told you.
But
There's something you're not doing as a wife
Mhm.
that the side chick don't have no problem doing.
then make her a wife. Why does she? Why?
No,
why?
she's not a wife
She's
though.
not white.
Why? She's not a wife.
She's not a wife.
If you got 17 things right
Mhm.
and
It's
I
the
need 20,
Yeah.
and she give me the other 3, I got 20 now.
But it's that 80-20 thing.
That's
Yeah.
80-20 thing, yeah.
Ladies, all I can say is get you some side dick.
Mm.
I mean, nothing's ever stopped them
and
from
let's
doing
keep
it.
it equal. Let's keep
y'all
an
do it.
See,
equal
nothing's
playing
equal though.
field.
Hold on.
Let's
Don't
keep
give them
it-
bad advice.
Let's keep
Don't
it
give
an
them
equal
bad advice.
playing field. Let's
Do
keep
not-
it equal
Do
leverage.
not give women. See, that's what's happening. Y'all,
See,
you
women
giving
got
too many
chicks with
bad.
side
Women,
dick.
y'all think different though.
Yeah.
I
See,
know.
y'all not gonna
I'm
gamble.
being
You're
facetious.
not gonna gamble that. If, like I just said before, if you're happy, why you even think that I'm cheating?
Mm.
You ain't got no reason to think I'm cheating. You happy.
That means
What-
you're good at what you do. Most men are good at
But
what they do.
That's
basically,
why they call side chicks.
But basically, too, though, some people just miserable, and that's why you have to watch their friends. Their friends, like they'll come home and check your shit because her friend man cheated. You know
That's
what I'm
true.
saying?
That's true.
I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not.
But I tell you this much: if your woman is satisfied and secure, you know what you're gonna tell her girlfriend? You better get the hell out of my face. Because now women are really thinking that
Protect
they thinking that every woman come at them now
Yeah.
about their man. It's a setup.
And you know what?
It's actually kind of good for us.
You know what tripped me out with women? They never think about the saying that they know best. Misery loves company. Be careful who you listening to on that shit.
Oh,
you
I
know?
completely agree with that.
Look,
I agree with that.
she looking for company over in that lonely ass corner. One quick note about a side chick. My mother-in-law gave me this jewel. The pastor at her church, his wife is leaving him because she fell in love with some other guy, and she's leaving and
Because
going
she
to another
fell in
guy.
love.
Yeah, she fell in love. She's leaving him, and the first thing she said is, There's something wrong with him because women don't leave anything good. She said, "What's one thing about a woman? You don't leave nothing good. So I wonder what he ain't doing right or what he don't got."
Well, I give her credit on one thing.
Mhm.
At least she's leaving.
Yeah, she leaving him.
She ain't cheat on him.
Oh, she gone.
She said, "Hey,
She want to
gotta
start.
go.
She want to start a new life, but she
I'd
trying to
rather
take
for
that
my
done.
wife do that to me.
Mhm.
You like another man?
But why
Let's
men don't
let's
give
go.
women that same respect? If you're not happy, also it's not that you're not happy with your wives. You said they're just not doing something.
Yeah,
Or then that's a form of happiness. That's something. That's something that
yeah.
I'm not gonna sit there and lie to you.
Lord
There's
have
something
mercy.
that y'all do the same thing.
What you gonna do?
Y'all do the
Recreate a
same
person?
thing. If you put a man and you have things that you consider major and minor with your man.
Mhm.
I don't know where they are. That's your person.
Mhm.
And you may say he got 3 out of 5, and you just haven't found the other guy that has the other 2 out of the 5.
No, I'ma just settle for not having the 2 that I don't have.
Till you get tired of settling.
Well, first of all, I'm not gonna settle on anything that I need. So if it's something that I need and require, I'm not settling on that.
Okay.
So if I'm letting 2 things pass and they're not that major, I can like get over it.
Oh, you think so?
Over
Yeah,
time,
so
it
think
changed.
about
They
it.
become
The fact
magnified.
that you just gave me a pause,
Because
that you just
know why
cheated.
I pause? You
Just
know,
cheated. You just cheated because if I met you and I had those 2 things, you just thought about it.
the reason why I pause is because every circumstance is different. You know what I mean?
But cheating is circumstantial.
No, it's not. Cheating is cheating.
Oh, listen. No, cheating is circumstantial.
Cheating is cheating.
No, listen. If a woman, don't care who she is, based on the circumstances, gets an opportunity to cheat with somebody that they would be willingly cheat with, they're gonna do it.
This has always been my thing. I say, women not going to cheat as long as they feel secure. You're not going to gamble security.
I agree.
I have not seen a woman do that yet. She's not going to gamble security.
I have seen it. Let me tell you when I've seen a woman gamble security. I've seen a woman gamble security when the sex wasn't great. Let me say, women are giving up on men with, especially the older y'all get.
But that's a form that still falls under my security, because that's a deal. Yeah, that's a deal breaker for a woman. Money and sex is big,
but it's two separate things.
Yeah, you can stay together for 20 years with good sex and bad communication, but we can't stay together for 20 years with bad sex and good communication. You gonna cheat. You'll stay with me, but you're gonna cheat.
You're gonna think about it.
You just said it. Your girlfriend left because of the sex.
She didn't leave. She just
stepped out.
She stepped out.
She got her some side dick
because the husband penis just wasn't working.
It just wasn't working. His money was working, but the sex wasn't working. Mm-hmm. That's a form of security. She's like, hey, I got one thing over here.
She was doing that making that work.
Exactly. So now she got just what you said we do. She got her two good men now.
So what happens if you find out?
It's done now. But
they're no longer together?
No, she no longer has her side boob.
Yeah,
but she's still married.
Nah.
So she find another one.
I'm about to say the way that Pandora's box opened.
Yeah, she's gonna find another one.
She got away with it once.
That one just wasn't consistent. He lied about something.
He went and got married.
Yeah, he would have got married. Something. He ended it.
Yeah, this is the thing I tell women a lot. That's why I don't advise cheating. You're gonna cheat with a guy that ultimately doesn't want you. All he wants is your sex. And he's not going to have you. So don't do that, because the same girl we cheat with will have us if we were to decide to go. And that's why things are not equal.
That is so true.
That's because, because you're cheating with a different type of person. The woman you're cheating with 9 times in 10 might need you. She might need you financially. She might need you in different ways. Women aren't typically cheating with men that need their money or need anything. They're typically no different than the women that y'all are cheating with, especially the older women. They're cheating with young dudes.
I had to say, I totally disagree with you.
They're not waiting for their side dudes to get married to their side. No woman is doing that.
Listen, I'm just telling you, it's not the same.
I'm not saying it's the same.
You're gonna look at that side. So like you might mess up this marriage and try to come back. First of all, guys, ego might not allow it to come back.
I agree with that.
But when you have a marriage and it's a partnership, you got a lot of things going on, and you thinking bigger picture. Maybe everyone's different. Maybe he can take you back or whatever. But that guy probably didn't want you. He just wanted to hump you, and after a while, it just
But I'm telling you, women
want
the same thing. Some women don't want y'all. We just want to hump you.
But
or the humping ain't working, so we go find somebody else.
But if you jump up and down on a woman enough, she'll want you. Things change. Remember, anything go down.
Y'all do a lot of humping with your heart. It's different. We just hump with what we hump with.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Yeah, y'all hump with your heart.
Hump with my heart.
So when you hump with that dude, it was more than just humping.
Yeah, but you can hump with your heart, and then when the humping below ain't working, your heart, that shit goes away real quick.
That's a situation.
Real quick. Like real quick.
That's a problem.
Blood rush.
That was a problem.
It's all a blood rush.
But you still hump with your heart.
Yeah.
You went in with your heart.
Look, the girls that claim they heartless.
You could go out.
The girls that claim they heartless and they can hump without feelings. Yes, those women exist, but let a dude do it. That same dude do it 100 times to them. It's different. That's 1 or 2, 3, 4 times you can have sex with no feelings.
Because you with me now. If you humping me 100 times.
Exactly. If it happens, but what if what if the whole situation was we just meet up and hump, and we just done that for 2 years? We never really went out, never did nothing, and now you got feelings.
There's no way she's gonna hump you for 2 years and don't have no feelings.
Yeah,
she can lie. Y'all hump with an agenda. Y'all hump with, okay, maybe one day this dude might leave his wife or he might leave his girlfriend. He one day he just might, and I will take that place. Women hump like that. They hump with an agenda.
I had a conversation with my brother that was similar to that, because I feel like all women, I don't care if they're a hoe or whatever, have the dream of getting married.
Oh yeah,
that's just what I believe.
It's a dream for a lot
from young,
right? And that's the bad part. Yeah.
And so men, we never have that dream. We might meet a woman that we don't want to get away,
Yeah.
But we never dreamed about my wedding day and stuff like that. Women dream about that stuff.
Mhm.
So, cause his take was, nah, man, they don't do that. Not all of them.
They telling you they're not all
Right.
of them.
And you could be
But
messing with a girl and she'll tell you, no, I don't want all that. I just want to have sex. The back of her mind, if you got all that, like what we talking about, you got all that stuff going on. She thinking about trying to get you eventually.
Yeah.
to marry.
Unless she has multiple guys that she's getting things from.
But she's gonna take the top of those that group. That's the one she put her in.
She only got multiple because one dude ain't got enough of
He
it.
ain't
Enough
giving
for
time.
one thing.
But
Might
he's
not
out
give him
there.
time.
But isn't that what men do?
Nah.
No, we get the best one.
We look at you because you just got a nice body.
I
It's
just want
Tuesday. You look good.
Yeah.
I hit
Yeah,
you.
we don't think that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
tomorrow
we-
you look bad. I don't like
But,
you no
but the
more.
new thing is funny how you said it. The new thing is half of them will tell you they don't want to get married, and I'm like, look, I'm a simplistic person. My father told me most women don't feel like they are a woman unless they got married and had a kid. Majority. He's like, so don't listen
I
to
think
that
it
bullshit.
depends
I
on
agree
where
with
you
you.
are.
My
in
father
life.
also told me that a lot of women also believe that they're not marriage material.
Oh, they
That's why
know.
when a man asks them to marry him, they jump through the roof.
Yeah.
Like, yo, you serious? You want to marry me?
And
I'm gonna tell you how much of
but-
a
I'm not
dream.
talking about a history now. You've been dating a dude and you feel like you got some list of, I done this for you, so I deserve to be married. I'm talking about you. Some women like, hey, it's like when a dude holler at you. Some women like, hey, out of all these women in here, what he liked about me? You
Right.
ask that dumb question when we go out. So what made you choose me?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. After you get
You
them out.
didn't
Yeah.
think you
Yeah,
was
yeah,
worthy?
yeah. The thing is, it's so much of a dream, and they're socially conditioned. But now I think they're just trying to reject it before it rejects them. So they're trying to take power. It's this whole new.
Well,
women
because
thing.
men, they feel men have more options
But
now.
what age? Because there was a time in my 20s where I said never married, never having no babies. I said that. I think I said that unfortunately because I was in a bad relationship. But as soon as I got out that relationship, that's when the biological clock started ticking and the thoughts of marriage and all that type of stuff. But it wasn't until after I got out of a bad relationship did I start to think of those things.
Yeah. Well, y'all do that a lot though. Women do that. Women will always compare the next man to the last man, or you'll compare a situation of this situation to the last situation. Women do it a lot. Indirectly, you do it.
I don't do it only because I know women do it a lot. So it's like I purposely
You're
I
conscious of
consciously
not doing
make
it.
sure I don't compare.
Well,
Because I'm already conditioned to believe men are not the same. I know we like to believe that. I have never dated the same type of guy. Every guy that I've ever dated has always been completely different from the last. So
But he may do something that way.
y'all mannerisms are the thing. I think y'all operate kind of the same, but as far as personalities and stuff like that.
I'll say this, and then we have to bring the show to a close. But back to what you're saying to a dream. The one thing that happened to me, and it just rings in my mind about women getting married, and I laugh about it a lot to myself. When I got married, I had a destination wedding, so I got married in Jamaica, and after the reception, we had to walk past the front desk where we had it was like a wine and cheese reception. Then we had the real reception later. So we were going back to our room. So myself and my wife, new bride, was walking past the reception, and the rest of my wedding party was coming. There was a group of 6 women just checking in, black women. And they touched my wife and was like, oh, thank you, girl. You give us hope. I was like, what? They said, I believe in black love. You give us hope. I hope one day. I said, Jesus Christ.
Wait. They have hope in marriage or black love? Because that's
Both.
two separate things.
They don't believe they're gonna get married. That's why they vacationing together 6 deep.
Whatever.
Well, you got then also. People don't want to realize a lot of dudes out here going the other way.
Yeah,
I mean, they making the numbers real small.
real small.
I mean, you get that asked by women now.
Yeah.
If my partner go out to the bar, it's my partner.
I'm
That-
trying not
they
to
like,
believe
hey,
the hype.
you gotta watch what you say now. I can't even say this my man no more.
No.
I'm not gonna believe the hype. I'm not. I
Oh.
refuse to believe
No, I'm telling
the
you.
hype that most men are gay or in jail. or
I
by
didn't say that.
somebody. I refuse.
No,
to
I
believe
didn't
We're
say
saying
that.
the
I didn't
that
say
women
that.
are asking because they're worth. But the funny part, this is the funny thing. What do they expect to get from that answer?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
What do they
Yeah,
expect? They expect the
I
dude who is if he's down low, obviously that means he's not gonna tell you,
Yeah.
right? And there's still a
That's
little
why
bit of a
women.
stigma.
That's why women are not minding to be side chicks.
Yeah.
And then I see a lot of
I'll
women.
stay single
I've
before I
heard
be a
women
side
going
chick.
to other races or even.
I'll
dating
go to
women.
another
Yeah.
race.
They're dating other
women
women.
dating a lot of other women.
I
They dating
am
other women.
I am more open to dating outside my race than anything else.
Mhm.
Would you date a woman?
Fuck no.
I think
Okay.
I don't
Well,
think it's
that's
so odd for women to date each other. Back in the day, I used to be very upset with it, but I think a lot of them deserve each other.
I
So
heard a
they
woman
need to
say
go
one
right
time
ahead.
that all women are curious like that.
That's
They are.
bullshit.
They are.
That's
They are.
completely that's bullshit.
You're like
They
the
are.
1% I ever heard
That's
say
complete
that's bullcrap.
bullshit.
They
I've
are.
never
They
ever
are.
had a desire to be near.
They have
another
way
woman's
too much
vagina.
interest in each other, not to me.
Not in that way. I have more of an appreciation for a man's body than a woman. I'm serious. I'm more repulsed by a
This
naked
is
woman's body.
the part of the show where we end it when Tiana starts the line. She
Whatever.
waited a little bit.
He
She waited a little bit
Whatever.
late this week.
Whatever.
So we want to thank our guest
No,
Ed,
strictly
Earl, for
dick
coming.
Hey, well,
Tiana, you want to sign out?
Thank you, thank you guys for coming. This is an interesting
having us.
conversation.
You learned a lot, right?
I did. Always.
And
do.
we learned the same thing we learn every week about you, you lying ass.
Whatever.
Anyway, people check in next week, 7 days.
Good night.